So, why there is not a God? So, you might have heard on the news about the recent flooding in Dubai, um, and there's speculation this is caused by some type of cloud seeding, but there's no evidence for that. Um, and so, actually, this is a case of human caused climate change. And so, if you guys don't know this, when you put carbon into the atmosphere, um, and there's obviously other greenhouse gases, um, radiation is normally lost to space, is reflected back down to the Earth. And 2023 was actually the hottest year on record. Um, and so, uh, with increased heat, there's more evaporation, which leads to the formation of quite intense storms that cause historic flooding. Um, and so, this is an example of a negative externality. Um, and there's no actual God uh, punishing uh, Dubai. This is just a negative externality related to human caused climate change, and some number of people actually died in this recent Dubai flood. Um, so I use Aspiration. They're just a banking platform that doesn't invest my money in oil. It's secure and FDIC insured, and it has a planter change function that does small deductions, usually on the order of cents, to plant one or multiple trees at a time. Um, and so you're basically adding trees to the ecosystem to help fight climate change because a tree sequesters CO2 during daily photosynthesis. If you're adding trees to the ecosystem, you're nullifying or offsetting some amount of CO2 emissions. Um, um, and so what is true is that all notions of God are human constructed, and they're delusions that exist in locally prosperous bubbles, and these negative externalities happen, and they're not actually allowed by any benevolent or good God. They're just the negative externalities that are outside of the locally prosperous bubble in which folks have a God delusion. Um, uh, so I understand the truth of local prosperity and then negative externality, and it is actually a godless mess. So these 349 total lifetime trees funded. It seems like so far no trees have been ordered for this place in Kenya. Uh, Similarly with this place in Kenya, but definitely Siji and Bumbo. Maybe some amount of those 349 trees are growing in Siji and Bumbo, Kenya, and then some amount of that's growing in Port-au-Prince in Haiti. Uh, and so yeah, uh, and then going back to this point, the Dubai flood was definitely not cloud seeding. No country would actually do that to itself. And cloud seeding does not increase the precipitation uh, to that crazy of a level. Um, um, and so this the intense rainfall was also forecast, before it happened. And so um, this is all true. So subscribe to the channel. Um, it's not depressing. We can just understand this, and more people can start using clean alternatives to help this. And so, uh, you know, uh, this number of trees sequesters enough CO2 to offset the emissions of maybe 35 standard gasoline passenger cars um, for a year, or something to that effect. I'm one person. So, local prosperity and negative externality, godless mess. And that's all fine. Um, Notions of God are all human constructed and come along with a moral structure that is good for the regulation of civilization. But the morals don't come from God; they come from creative humans. Um, so anyway, peace out. Subscribe to the channel.